Welcome to the Nomad Studio live stream. I'm just gonna be working on this. I'm not ready. I'll never be ready, so let's just get to it. So far I've done a sketchbook drawing stream, a painting stream on Procreate, and now I'm going to do a 3D sculpting stream. Honestly, I didn't expect like doing all those different streams this year, so I'm pretty happy about it. It's always nice to do everything that I'm interested in. I think before I just like get lost in trying to figure things out. In every stream I like to talk about a learning point which I find is pretty useful for myself. Which, like, in some sense, like, oh my god, my throat is so bad today. The good news is that I'm coughing less, but I don't know what the hell is going on with my throat today. But, I mean, I hope that it will be quite universal, but I kind of know that it's, like, a lot of the things that I learn and I feel like it's important to me, I kind of feel like it's very personal, but I hope that it's still quite useful to you. And that is to, well, this note is not wait, is it relevant to 3D sculpting? I guess it is. But today's learning point is on, why is this so high? Wait. I like that this random person posted his helmet. I feel like such a good reference. It's nice to work with good reference. It feels like that's pretty rare for me. But yeah, the learning point is to, how should I phrase it? Is to do work, to do like the painting or the sculpting at the level that I'm comfortable in. Which I felt like it wasn't really that obvious to me for some reason. I mean, I kind of like talking about, I kind of like mention it here and there, but I think yesterday or the past few days when I've been painting on my Procreate, the painting which I last streamed, I've been working on that quite diligently, and it's so difficult. I feel like I'm losing like some brain cells. And that's why I decided to stream some sculpting today, because it's something that I'm more familiar with, I guess, or like comfortable with. I'm trying to see like where the I'm trying to see the kind of like the angles and stuff, like here and here. So this is what I'm looking at, like negative shapes here. It just makes it easier to piece everything together. Oh yeah, I forgot to save. I should just rename this. Maybe I'll just rename this. Wait, today is 7. So painting is something that I really struggle with, especially when it comes to finishing a painting. So I think that's why it was quite eye-opening for me. But like I was trying to finish, like I started out from a sketch, and I always find the sketch phase the easiest part for me, and I always can't finish a painting because I don't know, I just find it really difficult. I mean, I know now. And as I was trying to finish, I keep forgetting that. As I was trying to finish the drawing stage of my painting, so like the sketch that I made, was like this, like this, like this, like that. And I was trying to finish the drawing stage of this, which is to finish these parts here. Wait, no, not that. To finish the drawings for the remaining portions of the painting. And then I was like, yeah, I was just finding it very difficult. And then I was thinking, like, why is it so difficult? Because the sketch phase is always so fast, and like in some sense, like I can go with the flow of it. And I guess I realized, why is this not? I guess I realized that it's difficult because I was drawing things that I didn't know how to draw, essentially. So there were many times when there were many times when I was like these are done, these are done, and then I'll be like drawing something, and then I'll be like, why is this so difficult? And then I realized that, like, when I step back and think about it, I'm like, it's because it's too difficult for me at my current skill level. So I just, and sometimes like I just keep redoing it until I was like, oh, okay, the drawing is going somewhere because I can do it. It's probably more straightforward if I can bring up the painting, but I don't really want to bring it up right now. But I think it's making good progress, at least better progress than a lot of my other paintings. And I always like to draw parallels to climbing, like bouldering, because that's one of my favorite spots. And when I'm bouldering, like, I'm hitting a very hard plateau right now because of like weakness. And I always think about like how I should adjust my workouts or like what I climb to make things fun again. So I did the same thing with with the painting, where like I wasn't really having that much fun doing some of the drawings that I did. And I was like, I think it's probably because like it's too difficult for my current skill level. And then I changed it to something that's simpler, that still kind of like falls into this narrative that I'm building up for the painting. It's just a very different element. like think I wanted to do some like tiny like tiny human figures, like tiny fairies around the painting. And I just find it so tough because there was like this, like some narrative that I wanted to go for, and then I was like, this is too hard. Like it's not going anywhere. Like I wasn't making a lot of progress in like a few hours, and then I was like, oh, I like dogs, so, and I like sparrows, so I drew the dog first, and then I was like, oh, this is fun. And then this morning, and this afternoon I drew some sparrows, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cute. So things work out, and they still kind of fit this ambiguous narrative that I was building up for the painting. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress. The things with this is that I'm not really sure what I want to do. Like, do I want to make things separate, or do I just want to, yeah, I don't know. I guess I should make this one now. So yeah, I erased the fairies that I was initially drawing in the sketch phase, because sketching out human stick figures is quite simple. And drawing them out was like so difficult. So I just, it was a little bit of like a, like I felt like I didn't want to change anything. Like I could feel quite a bit of resistance, like, no, I don't want to change it. Like I want to keep this cool idea that I have. But at the end of the day, I was like, am I, like, do I want to finish the painting or not? And then I was like, yeah, I need to finish that painting. I need to stop being stuck with all this stupid shit. So with a really heavy heart, I erased them and replaced them with pups and sparrows. I guess I've been thinking things this way, where like, if an idea doesn't work out for me, that I will just keep it in mind and bring it out in the future when I want to, or like when, I mean, for one thing is when my skill level is good enough to be able to draw them, but at the same time also, what's this? So when it comes to sculpting, it's very important to, like, let's say this thing is hidden by this, but you don't really want to like make the hidden part messy. You see, like this and like that, because it like when you smooth this out, let's see, I smooth this out right now, then it will affect the way that the sculpt is manipulated. So I try to make sure that the hidden part also follows this pretty well. Just like it's a good habit to have. So yeah, I think about things a little bit differently now. I mean, not that I haven't thought about it, but I guess I'm like more practiced at thinking about things this way, which is that, like I feel like I'm less affected by removing things that I initially sketched, which like I would think that is cool, but then sometimes it's just like you think that your idea is cool, but it's just because you are not exposed enough to what is already out there. But at the moment in time, I'll be like no, my idea is so cool, I want to destroy it. But instead of thinking things that way, I just think about things in like this idea is cool, but then it's not working out because of like my skill level is not high enough, or because it just doesn't fit the drawing anymore as it evolves from the sketch phase. Like sometimes like cool things will evolve, kind of like grow out from different spots, from accidents, or from being inspired by the drawing being more refined, which kind of like gives more ideas at different points. That's kind of like the beauty of doing art, I guess. But I also like to think about that, like I don't need to throw those ideas away. I just need to, or just like keep them in mind. Like because I version up my paintings whenever I make significant changes, so I can still see like what the old sketches and drawings look like. So hopefully the idea is that I'll remember these cool ideas that I liked, but I have to remove, and hopefully they can appear in future ones when I get better at painting, or even in sculpting. Why I can't get this right? I guess because it has to cut in. But you know, I just feel like it was so long-winded. But the lesson of the stream is just do things at your current skill level, and if you find something very difficult that is causing you to stop doing the art, like to stop painting or to stop sculpting, then just change that like object or whatever thing that you're painting or sculpting to something that it's like, I would say like don't do something that you're very familiar with, but do something which you feel like it's more manageable at the current skill level that you're at. Like always try to, even with bouldering, I always feel like I'm trying to go for climbs and stuff which I'm not used to, but like if I just try to do something really hard, it would just be impossible for my muscle to do it, and then I wouldn't really learn anything out of it, because it's like I can't even do anything on the wall. But then yeah, I mean, it takes time to if exercise too, like it takes time to figure out like where your current skill level is at and how much you have to add on so that you can improve and progress to get better at things. But then at the same time, that's like I personally feel like that's part of the fun of learning new things. So yeah, I think the painting that I did Okay, let me just darken this first. Let me correct this. Yeah, I think the painting that I did, it's progressing really well, I hope. I'm starting to look at the micro angles like this, because as the whole thing evolves into something new, or like something closer to the reference, it becomes easier to start zooming in onto like the smaller stuff. Like you can see that this angle is wrong, so I need to fix this. Like that. And I'm going to spend so much time in trying to get everything exact too, because at the end of the day, this would be quite zoomed out, I think. If you're not sure. Not sure whether I want to dynamic topology this thing. And then I'll just go with like the crease brush. And fail terribly at doing what I want to do. I just want to sharpen the itch a little bit. Actually, should I be? Just thinking, should I be using symmetry? I went to Japan in December and January, and I found this. Look how cute this is. You know why I got this? It's because it reminds me of this person who I can't remember the name, because I read this like a few years ago. But I was like, I need to get this because I like this character. So yeah. You see the resemblance. And sad things, I didn't really see that many. I didn't really see that many JoJo and Dark Souls stuff. I feel so sad. But the good news is that my boyfriend and we found the Dark Souls 2 art book, and I finally have a Dark Souls art book in my hands. What do I want to do? Inflate this. so good. I can't remember that in the old version inflating something would be this direction. Am I doing something wrong? Whatever. I'm trying to make this thick enough so that I can cover this back plate thing, and also to match the reference. But as someone who kind of like in some sense grew up with like, why am I not? Like, I went to a lot of talks by successful concept artists and a lot of artists, a lot of illustrators. Yeah, I went to a lot of it's like I followed a lot of classes and all that stuff, but somehow I never got really that much better at painting and stuff. So I guess I hope that with my background of not being able to become a professional good artist in terms of painting and all that, the tips that I learned for myself to hopefully get better at things. Because like the tip of like oh, you just need to paint like a lot. It's not that it doesn't apply to me, but I feel like that's too broad for me to be useful. Like, I know that most people who become good at art, their best advice is like to just do a lot of the whatever it is that you want to get good at, which is really true because I feel that way too. But I only started feeling that way when I could paint. I guess when I learned like the step 0.5, and I feel like painting a lot is like step 1. I don't know whether this looks like shit or it's working on. Let me just... I can tell like I'm quite rusty at this. Okay, let me just paint this. But also realizing that there are many different ways to learn things. So when I found the way that works for me, then I feel like that's when I could apply the universal tip of like, if you want to get better at something, just paint a lot. I also feel the same way with climbing and all that there's so many things that are very specific to what I need to train and all that stuff. And once I know like what I need to train specifically, then the tip of like, oh, just climb a lot to get better, like it becomes useful to me. I don't know whether that makes sense. I'm sure whether I need to. I can't want to add. Hello, Danny. Hello. Welcome to. Oh my god, why are you doing this? I feel like I feel like the new iOS resizing thing, like it's a little bit finicky. But yeah, welcome back, Danny. I hope I got I remember right. I hope that you have a great new year. Yes. It's nice to see you again. Okay, then now that I paint this darker, I was keeping this white because of I didn't want it to be less obvious. Let me just find. So let's get. Oh, but it's not this shiny. I should keep some of the shine. Everything's finally in one piece. Let me just switch off the. I see it's quite dark. Why is my bloom so intense? And this one. It's really rough, but then it's kind of like 1% closer to wherever this is. Let me just fix. I'm just wondering if I really should just try and spend the time to. You know what? Maybe I should have done this earlier. Oh my god. I think it's fine. Gizmo is a mess. Okay, let me see. I shouldn't do that. Wait. Because I'll just. I should have done this when they were all instances of each other. let me. I can't do the same. Can I? Wait, can I? I wonder if I can. Somewhere I probably can. Can I? Maybe it's not really about whether or not I can do it. I think it's more of like I should do it. Oh my god, I should just done this from the start. Oh, I want to turn back in time. I keep doing this to myself. Then with this. And this is why you should do things correctly from the beginning, or else you're just gonna suffer like me. So now that the symmetry is correct, that's like half of the work done. A few things are different from the new update. I think for one thing, the dynamic topology toggle is finally working again, because it stopped working in the previous update, and now it's been fixed, which is really great because I use this a lot. But then now there's a, I'm not really sure whether it's like yeah, I'm not sure whether it's a problem or it's, or I'm missing something. But usually the way that I work is that I'll hold onto the add sub button to toggle this, and because of the way that I work, normally I think like crease, I would put it at the inverted form like this, because I prefer like drawing things by default. So I use the crease as like a drawing tool in the most part. But now when I hold down the toggle, it switches back to the, I guess like the default configuration. So yeah, I'm just like a bit thrown off by that, and I realized that I don't really like interacting with people, so I'm just going to like, as in on forums. So why is this not, oops. So I'm just going to work my way, change the way that I work to accommodate to whatever this stupid shit is doing. I feel so sad. It's like something is fixed and something else pops up. I don't think I'm doing something wrong though, as in, I don't think it's because I didn't set like a setting or something. I think it's a bug. I think. I don't know how long I will take on this helmet thing, but just bear with me while I try to figure things out. So this thing like throws me off. You see, like I'm so used to having like the extrusion as like the default for the crease, but then I'll like draw something and like, oh wait, like it's the opposite now. So I need to be conscious of like pressing for the drawing, which is irritating, but then it's like I can work around that. See, I just did it again. I think the other main problem that I encountered is when I'm saving new files. So the way that I save new files, because I have folder systems for my Nomad Sculpt, is that I have all these folders for the different projects I'm using, and when you, by default in the previous version and like all the other versions before, the folder name will appear at the front with a slash and then the file name. But now when I save as, the project is only saved as the file name, which means that like if you don't change anything, the file will be saved in like the main root folder of Nomad Sculpt instead of like the usual of like just saving a new file in the current folder that I'm in, because like this is the folder that I'm in right now, which is like pretty annoying. So the way that I just do it is to go to rename, and then I select all, and then I copy this, and then just save as, and then just paste it. You see how annoying this is? And then just like by default, this is how it looks like. Like it's supposed to look like this. So yeah. So I should have fixed this first. Oh my gosh, see, I just did it again. My habit. I need to change my habit. It's so sad that like one thing got fixed, and then so many other things got so yeah, I feel quite conflicted with the new update just because of how like there's so many things that it's not working anymore, or as in like working as how I've been using it for the past, like ever since I started using Nomad Sculpt. But also I'm thinking that if it's like if the software is kind of prone to this kind of like unexpected bugs that you're just not going to do anything about it. Because like even if the dynamic topology toggle bug, like I can't have to wait until this version came out. So like I was what's that called? I was just like accommodating to it for a few months. So in some sense, like if I bring this up, then I might as well just change the way that I work and just keep doing my own thing. don't remember, there was something else that was a bit different, but I don't remember what it was. The main thing I'm doing is to make sure that the gizmo is at the middle line, and then I'm adjusting the gizmo, and then I'm moving this back to where it should be, and then the shape of this is a bit off. And then just slowly fix it. You can see the little bit of adjustment like that. I guess it doesn't really matter, but then it's like OCPD. Oh my god, I see. Sometimes the correction stage of working on the sculpt takes the longest part. Like it feels like I haven't really done that much. Just because I was spending so long on correcting all the problematic areas. But the good thing is that once it's fixed, then hopefully everything else is faster. I should probably move on to other things. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Why do I not know what this thing is? Wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay, let's not mind that. It scared me a bit. I wasn't sure what that was, but I know what it is now. Oh my god, stop it. The goal for this project is to make another art piece like the Elden Ring Massimo one that I did. Not going to do a video for this one, I think, but I guess I do want to live stream it at least. It's much easier to see what's going on with this because like in the small picture I couldn't tell what's going on. Right, the bar that I set myself for this one is not really that high. So as long as I can get it to not look like this, I think I'm happy with it. You know, when I started this sculpt when the trailer first came out, before the game came out. Yeah, I know I'm pretty slow, but I didn't know like what this thing was. That's why it's like this thing. So I probably need to change it. But I don't know what's inside this. Maybe I should just leave it first. I probably should hide this. So that he looks a bit weird, but I kind of thought that this was correct though. Unless this one is a bit different from... No, I don't think so. And surprisingly, just painting like this is quite good. looking quite pretty from a distance. Let's fix this. The resolution is not that high right now, so I can't help the way that the paint looks right now. I've noticed that. Hello, Georgie. All the footage. Oh, I added the footage after the trip. Oh yeah, I need to adjust. I keep forgetting. I need to adjust the Guangzhou thumbnail and all that stuff. Because I think the title of the video is not really that accurate. But then I was like so busy last year, end of last year, that I didn't even have time to do the video, the YouTube stuff properly. But for the Guangzhou trip, I recorded with the iPhone 17 Pro, and then I edited on. I didn't bring my MacBook because it's so heavy. I don't like to bring heavy stuff, and then I recorded on Blackmagic camera, so I just write my phone. Oh, I got the... which one? I got the smallest storage size for the iPhone, that is 256 gigs. I don't remember for the Guangzhou one like how much space I end up taking. But I think I didn't need to transfer anything out. For Japan, which I want to work on soon, the Japan trip I also recorded. That one I had to transfer the videos out quite often because I was there for a month. For Guangzhou it was like 1 week, so I don't think I used up all my space. So like, I think I have at least like 256 divided by 2 on my phone, the amount of space that I have. But I think I might be close to maxing out at that point. I don't remember. But so for Japan, I brought my iPad and then I local send. I use the local send app to transfer the videos out of Blackmagic Camera app to my iPad, like this one. Because if I just like I can connect the USB-C to C to an external hard drive, but then for some reason when I just save the MacBook to MacBook, if I just save the video and export it out and save it into the drive, or even save it to my iPhone, like the iPhone storage, the metadata of the video, was it just the date? The date of the metadata of like the date created of the video turns into the date and the time that you exported the file. Yeah, so I was troubleshooting that for like half a day before I went to Japan. It was so annoying. But so I realized that if you let me see. So if you go like from your phone and then USB-C to your hard drive or like SSD, then the metadata date is called date. And then when if I local send, I'm trying to remember because I haven't done it in like 2 weeks. Then yeah, so if you local send to the iPad, because I can't local send to like an SSD, then yeah, my footage was 4K, and then it was H.265, so it was not too bad. Like I tried filming in ProRes, which one was like the least, ProRes like 422 QT, I think, and then that was like 10 minutes. It's like, wait, was it like 1 minute was like 1 gigabyte? I don't remember. It was just some stupid high number. DJI Pocket. Okay, I'll look it up. Thank you. Well, when you local send to the iPad, the metadata of the date creator is correct, and then after that I transfer like USB-C. Then after that I transfer it to the hard drive. But the reason why I do this is because my iPhone running out of space. If my iPhone has enough, no, local send is if I save it, if I local send to, wait, can I even like local send to the iPhone? Actually, I don't remember if I save the video to my phone, if the metadata would be correct. But the problem is that my iPhone has like, it's usually like 20 gigs left or something, like just not enough space. And that's why I local send to my iPad, which has a lot more space, like this 1 terabyte. But I think like if I have more space on my phone, I might just probably do everything on my phone, I think. Because this is like a little bit roundabout to like local send to the iPad and then USB-C to the hard drive. My local send is a lot faster. Like you don't want to airdrop like you don't want to airdrop like 20 gigs. I think it'll be a nightmare. Yeah, let me see if I can. This one is local sand. It's very good. I think when I transfer like my Procreate files or like my Nomad Sculpt files to, if I transfer it somewhere, I will also local send. Oh, and then local send you can transfer to like between Windows and Mac. So like, because I do some work on my PC, like what kind of work? But because I do some work on PC, like sometimes even for like YouTube thumbnails, I'll do it on my iPad, and after that I'll local send it to my PC. So yeah, it's awesome. You should try it. Okay, let me see. I don't know what I want to do with this. Probably I'll get there's something that I realized with the, like I brought like a selfie stick, but then it's sure I think it's too heavy. The iPhone 17 is too heavy for the selfie stick. But I also found that like I don't really carry the selfie stick too, because I feel too pricey. Like going, I cannot hold a selfie stick in public. Like with the iPhone, just like holding it and just filming it is just it's a lot more discreet. I don't understand this one. But that was also the first time that I filmed with, well, the first time that I filmed something. It's just like really fun. And I realized like I don't really film when I'm in Singapore for some reason, and I feel like I should film more in Singapore. I feel like this is so difficult to sculpt. I'm just going to figure things out slowly. So we notice that I'm using a subdivided. Why is it not? Why is this not? Right, this is a subdivided mesh. So when the wireframe is quite quadratic, it's very easy to create like all the creases and stuff, like to sharpen like the edge of this, like that. It's a lot easier than doing it on oh my god. No, I thought I did. So I thought that I have a edge loop right in the center. I don't know why it's not. Oh man. Whenever I see other people like filming and talking on the camera outside, I'm like, oh my god, how do they do it? I don't know how to do it. Like most of the time I'm just waiting for someone, like everyone to, oh man, I'm waiting for everyone to leave. You notice a lot of the things, or at least for the Japan one, a lot of the places that I film. No, maybe that's why I don't really film in Singapore, because it's too crowded. I feel like it's excuses, but in Japan, I think the time when I film the most, it's when there are not a lot of people. But I think it's also like, I realized that because we went to a park at Kanazawa, which is the famous one, the Kanokuen, and then like I think it's prettier when there's winter snow there, or during spring, or when the flowers are in bloom. But I didn't really feel like filming a lot there until like it started becoming less crowded when it got later. But then we went to like a park which was like almost no one was at the park, because the snow was quite, I think it was like snowing constantly, and there's like this stick of like fresh snow. But I was thinking like it might be the snow that made it really nice to film. Like maybe if we had gone to the park with it at that weather, then I might have liked it a bit more. But yeah. Honestly, I'm quite tired too, because I think since 2 weeks ago I've been trying to exercise every day, which is not related to art, but then it's kind of like related to my 2026 goals. But so like the whole of last year, I think we've been consistently going bouldering like every alternate day. And then this year I was like, I want to do like some jogging and pull-ups on the kind of like the rest days. So it's been 2 weeks and I've been like running and climbing like every alternate day. So I'm like really tired right now because I'm not used to it yet. So I'm like moving really slow right now because my brain can't process anything. I'm just like doing a lot of small changes. So yeah, hopefully when I get fitter and get more used to, I don't know, but hopefully in future streams I'll move a lot faster than this. Like I feel like so stupidly slow right now. I'm going to make a new thing. I just don't remember where it is. I think it's this one. Oh, but climbing really helps with pull-ups, I find. Cause like with climbing, you're working with like all the weird muscles at like different angles. So I think that helps with like I used to have like a lot of poppy shoulders, like some like cracking problems because of like inflexibility at like certain angles. But I think now it's better. Do I want 6 or do I want... But something that I learned from physio too is like, because Russell's dad is he also likes to do pull-ups. Then he asked like our physio like what he should do to get better at pull-ups, and then she was just like, just do pull-ups every day. And it's quite true. And like if you want to increase your strength, then you just do like 3 sets of 10 or like even 3 sets of 8, and making sure that like you're not breaking your form. You're not breaking your form, and then when you do the eccentric, like you can try and like do like the eccentric slow instead of like just dropping into the eccentric. Then you can really increase your strength in whatever workout that you're doing. Yeah, I know, right? You know, like Russell lost weight again. So in some sense, he's like even stronger now compared to his body weight. Let me see. So I tried to... Oh, Georgie. So when I'm trying to do this subdivided thing, I'm trying to make this band here. So when I do this, then I'm going to like try to imagine what this looks like when it falls down and see. Like, I think that is enough. So this is good. And then I try to make sure that the what's that? This is this is a square. Let me see. I want to. Then I'm gonna clone this just in case I mess this one up. I think most likely it should be fine. And then I'll try to put the ends like this, like that, and then the rest I just. Oh my god, no. No wait. And after this, it's just like slowly adjusting this thing. I'm going to crease the center part. Normally with the like this kind of subdivision model, I'll keep the wireframe on for a while. But honestly, I'm not really sure whether I'm doing this right. Like, it kind of looks too lumpy. But then you just have to trust in the process. So just like slowly correcting, just very slowly correcting things. And then bring things out. I want to do a tutorial video on the Guardian, which is this one. But then I'm still like working on it. On this dude right here. But hopefully after that tutorial is done, it's like a hopefully very simple tutorial. Then I can work on him a little bit more. I was wondering whether I want to do a tutorial for this one, but then I'm like I don't really know like what tutorial to make for the helmet. So I'm just live streaming it instead. Looks like shit right now. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm doing it right. Maybe there's a faster way to do it. She's not sure. Where's this one? This one's also. It's also one. Maybe I just need to subdivide this a bit. Okay, on subdivision, on the multi-res level 3, it's a lot easier to work with the edges. So I'm just like straightening this line. Oh my god, the other side looks like shit. So now it looks decent. So it's not bad if you don't look at the other angles. I think that should be it for today. I think any amount of progress is not too bad. So yeah, I'll take do I want to use this? Wait, let me just quickly do this one. Before I go, there's another shape here. So the same thing, I'm just going like the big shape, and then I'll smooth it out so that it becomes more normal. Like this. See, it's like magic. It's a lot easier for me to manipulate things that are not thin like this. Like, I find these really difficult to do. Like, I don't really know what is a simpler way to do those things. It's like, it's a lot easier for me to shape things. When it's not like narrow like this. Oh, hi, hello, Chaos Blair. Oh, you changed your username, I think. I hope, yeah. Are you Tatami Chaos? It's nice to see you again. No, I hope that 2026 is good for you too. I hope that you've been having fun. I'm like dead tired right now, but then I'm having a lot of fun. Having fun doing lots of pull-ups and stuff. Actually, the reason why I'm doing pull-ups or running on my alternate days is because, like, I really hate running like long distances. So I need something to break up like the momentum of like just running all the time. And then the track that I'm at. Oh, you're not sure why your name changed? Oh no. I thought it was intentional. Well, it's okay. You're still Tatami Chaos in my heart. And oh, it's good that you're having a good time. And like the place where I'm running at the stadium track area. They have a really nice, like, I don't know what is it called, like, I guess calisthenics area or something, where there's like the dip bars and the monkey bars and pull-ups. And I guess like in some sense it's nice that the bars, wait, let me just show you the it's nice that the bars are all metal, I think, because it feels clean to hold them, but then at the same time it's really slippery. Let me find, where is it? Maybe this is the Blackmagic camera app that I'm using. Maybe a bit too dark though. And then like the bar is like all metal, but it feels nice to hold it. Although I'm not really sure like when it's too warm. Like we have been really lucky that the temperature of like we run at night, but we've been lucky that the temperature is really cooling right now. But I remember when we were running last year, like the end of last year, it was so warm, like it's so stuffy. Yeah, I'm just really hoping that it will still stay cool until like I get fitter, and then I'll be able to tolerate the heat. But yeah, it's public. But it's free for everyone. It's part of the Active SG thing, I guess. So there are a lot of active, like this thing called Active SG facilities around. So you can get like badminton courts or like pickleball courts and stuff, even like volleyballs and all that. So like for those court areas, you need to book online for the slots. Although like the downside is that sometimes school teams or like CCA school teams, like, or I think even national, I'm not really sure, like they're also kind of like fighting for the same locations. So last time that I did with my friends on like the volleyball court, it's like you can kind of sense like the school team is like oh man, like these noobs are like taking up the volleyball court space. I mean, we booked it, but I can kind of get like why they would feel that way. But at least for running, like it would just the track is just open for everyone until like it closes at 9:30 or is it 10 p.m. But then the downside is that the tracks, there are a lot of like bubbles, so I'm not sure they can. So like this is the condition of the tracks at some sections, and then they'll be like replacing it, and then yeah. But I mean, the good thing is that it's free, so, and it's open for everyone, so it's pretty good, I guess. But the pull-ups area and all that is a really nice place, so I'll like run. Yeah, the facilities are good. Like, I think the pickleball facilities are apparently really good, but I haven't tried it. Yeah, so like I'll run like one round around the track, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I don't want to run anymore. Like, I'm so sick of running because of all my injuries and all that. And then I'll like hop up onto the pull-up bar, and then I start doing some pull-ups until I'm too tired, or like until I feel like, okay, I'm ready to run again. Then I'll do that like 6 times. But the main goal for this year is to like just build up the endurance to be able to exercise consistently. Because like something that I learned from last year was that over time, as I got into the flow of like climbing every alternate day, that like around the end of the year, it felt like so natural to just like, oh, today is climbing day, and then we just like prep all the stuff and then like go out for climbing. So like I like that feeling of like, oh, exercising is just like second nature now, and I want to do the same thing for running and all that. So yeah, I'm like insanely tired because of that. That's why I haven't been streaming too. And I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I think that's it. Yeah, it's a great routine. And also like work on my chronic injuries, because like running is quite tough actually on the body. And it really brings out all the problems that you have. Like if you have tight quads, it will start pulling on your knees and all that stuff. So it's like a kind of like a good benchmark for me to be like, oh, today my knee is like, there's a sharp pain on it. And then like, oh, I need to train like my split squats or like my lunges, because like that will help for like my quad tightness and all this stuff. And like I normally work better when like I don't really like it, but then I have like a more like I have like more productive gym sessions when I'm working towards a goal. And usually the goals is like to overcome injuries. And that's just how it is. Yeah. I want to get into the flow of becoming fit enough to be able to run off my calories, I guess. I think it looks a lot better. Like when you look at the, let me see. Where are you? Where are you? I mean, of course, it's a little bit adjusted because these are instances of that. Oh, it's quite cool how different it looks. Where this was the kind of like the before. And oh my god. And this is after. Not bad, not bad. Let me just like do this before I go. I feel like this is a little bit sticking out too much. I'm also trying to figure out like why I can't paint. So that's that's like painting and finishing all my paintings is like probably one of my biggest goals in 2026. So I'm like insanely tired because it's like, oh my god, like doing things that I'm so bad at is so tiring. But yeah, I'm like, do I also want to make videos about like, I don't know, struggling and stuff? I don't know. So yeah, thinking about a lot of things. It's just the usual of thinking too much and doing too little. Okay. Once again. Yeah, that's true. I think something that I feel different now, which is really good, at least in terms of painting, is that like I know that I'm working on things faster, like I'm painting things faster, especially at the start. Like I'm able to, like I wouldn't have really known until like I looked at all my like the older paintings I did, which I thought was like in some sense I kind of thought that like, oh, I rendered my objects like this, but then it was actually like not as rendered as like my current one, which I'm working on. So I'm like, the progress to this is pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. And then yeah, I'll think about the video and stuff. Like, I'll think about it when I'm less tired about things. Because I also have like the Japan video that I want to do, because I think I didn't get to hike around that much for a Japan trip, like how I usually, like my boyfriend and I would usually hike. But I think we were very lucky that the day that we were at Kanazawa, the week that we went in Kanazawa, the weather's been like, we just found out during that trip that the weather is like really, like it changes really fast. And apparently Kanazawa is like the second rainiest place in Japan, which we didn't know. We didn't bring our umbrella. I was so sad. I was like, we have such a good umbrella, we didn't bring it. And then yeah, it's really nice to have that reminder. But yeah, so the day that we went to Kanazawa Castle, it was like I think the weather changed like 10 times or something. So it was like drizzling, and then it was like super sunny, and then it was like drizzling again, and then it was like super sunny, and then after that there was like very tiny bits of hail, and then it was like sunny again, and then it like drizzled again, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it like hailed again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like it probably changed like at least 8 times in the span of like 3 hours. I think it was quite scary in a way. But then because like Kanazawa Castle was like one of the popular attractions, so at least it's like, oh, you know, there are people around and they're all suffering at the same time. It's not that it was very fun though, like experiencing that. It's just the next day we went to the park, and the park is not like in Singapore where like you have pathways and stuff. It's more of like a really big area where you can drive up to places or you can walk to places, and there are like pathways to walk on, but sometimes it's a little bit unclear. But it's not as like it's not as inaccessible like mountain hikes. So it's like in between like a very structured park and a hill hike, like in between that. And then on that day, like it was just snowing constantly, but then there was like no wind, which is really great because like cold wind in winter is just like so bad on the skin. And yeah, it didn't change, the weather didn't really change that much. Like if we experienced like the change in weather on the day that I was on the hike, on the park hike, I think I would have been really scared. So yeah, we were very lucky. And you know, because like Japan has all these like news about bears appearing, so in some sense, like one of like my like back in the mind concerns was like, oh my god, there's like no one around the park, and then what if they're like bears or something. but then so like every like 1 hour we will encounter like one other person walking down the path, and then like my heart would be like relieved for that short moment in time until we like part ways, and then it repeats. But in some sense, like that's kind of a nice feeling to feel when hiking. Yep, okay. and I should yeah, I should go now. Let me just put this here. Oh wait, this should be, is it? I'll just change it next time. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'll go now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm happy with the progress. You can see like how this the unpainted, it looks so low poly, and just a little bit of painting really helps a bit. Yeah, thank you for coming. I'll see you in the next one.